So, low key, I really like emo and screamo. Yeah. And so, thanks for watching the videos. I really appreciate it. Avi, it's very late tonight here in Albuquerque. I have been up for a little while. There's a shadow on my face, but we are still making the fourth video, right? Which is the whole thing. So, awesome. Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to shave and I'm going to feel so much better about my entire world. And yeah, that's just what's going to happen. And so I do want to talk about my old school favorite musical genres, which are like emo and screamo. And I don't know why, but I still like them a lot. And I know there's probably not any new bands or anything. And if there are, include in the comment section below if you know of any cool emo music, screamo music. I'm down with it. I like it again, but also I kind of like the poppy stuff too. So more than just your other typical bands from those genres. I like Panic at the Disco, and I was kind of sad because I heard they recently broke up, so that was kind of sad. You know, I was like, they've been together for a long time. I think their first album came out over 20 years ago, and I was just literally listening to one of the songs from it earlier. And so, Screamo and emo have had a pretty big effect on my life, I'd say, in that during its rise in popularity, I was right at teenager age. And so I got to like grow up with, I guess it was like Under Oath at first, which again, there's like all these inner debates about like what screamo is and what emo is, but specifically for me, in my experience, I had first heard like Under Oath, and then like Scary Kids, Scaring Kids, and then obviously like Hawthorne Heights, which led to like Taking Back Sunday, which led to like Census Fail, which led to like Silverstein at some point in there, right? So I like emo a lot. I want to see Taking Back Sunday still to this day because I never got to see them, and I never got to see Census Fail either. And so not super like popular bands, I guess, but still pretty well known, especially for their genre. And so, sometimes I make these videos, and again, at some point, I know that people will comment, and so I'm like, okay, well, what can I talk about now? That at some point, when these videos become, more immersed in engagement, what could I ask, right? And it's sort of like, okay, well, I'm taking the chance, So it's like, would you guys, recommend any good emo or screamo bands or just even songs? I think it's kind of cool. I started listening to this younger dude. Kind of reminds me a little emo screamo. His name is Knox, Knox. Super young guy, but he's got some really dope music. Even for my old middle-aged ears, I just appreciate creativity, and I like the sound of some of his stuff. It's a little bit different too, you feel me? But so is also some of Tom McDonald's stuff. Honestly, and low-key, I vibe on some of that too. Some of that stuff hits. Some of it's kind of, the guy releases a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? It's but most of it's actually pretty good. His album's actually pretty good, seriously. Not a lot of mainstream support though, but that's kind of his whole thing. So you go, Tom. Honestly, dope stuff, um, dope stuff. And so screamo, emo, some of my favorite genres. And also, like, if you guys ever know of, just maybe any local things as I travel or something, I'm sure that we are going to be beneficial for one another. Let's just say that, right? In terms of, screamo and emo, go listen to one of those bands I just recommended. They're actually pretty dope, honestly. But I even like art, like Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. So like, I like some poppy stuff, and that's okay because it's like poppy, but then like they do a little bit of screaming. It's kind of emotional, so it kind of fills both, voids there. But to say that I thought I'd be 36 making videos on YouTube about how much I like Screamo and emo still, I would just be like, that's not down. Like, that's not going down, you feel me? But it is, and I'm happy for it because, again, I don't know. I guess some things never change. And our musical tastes are, like, probably the best things that don't, like, really change, and that if we've ever heard a good song before, we're probably going to think it's good later on, and it could be like decades later, but you know what we think is good, and that's that. So um, I'm going to continue to listen to Screamo and emo, which is weird because I'm going to be like in my 40s soon, you know, and then in my 50s. Holy potatoes, time does certainly fly.